Who needs an aperture? Now that I've opened up the camera lens, now I can finally talk to Steph. Pieruccini.
Yes.
No, close.
I don't even know how to say it.
All right. So how are we pretending it's pronounced for the moment?
I say Pieruccini.
Pieruccini.
Yes.
I like it. Pieruccini. From NEOPOST, many of us know you from your former life in info trends. It's always fun hanging out with my info. Shout out to the info trends people. Woohoo!
Of course, yep.
But today we're here with NEOPOST. You're here with NEOPOST, and first of all, had to tell you that I thought Devin Harris was an amazing motivational speaker, and NEOPOST sponsored that.
Yep.
How did that come about?
Skip from Explore basically reached out. We'd sponsored the speaker last year, so he reached out to us again and asked us if we'd be interested in sponsoring another speaker this year for the show. And of course, we were honored to be able to do that. And he asked if we had someone in mind, and we had a couple people, but he suggested Devin Harris because last year we had a speaker who had climbed all the highest peaks, and it
With
was
a blind
amazing.
friend.
Brought a blind friend on one of them, which was just incredible. I think that was Everest.
Right.
So it's kind of nice to break away from the everyday topics that we're so passionate about,
Right.
and just kind of think about the bigger picture.
Right.
So Devin Harris was great. Don't really think about Jamaican bobsledding anymore.
Right.
With the Olympics, recently in Sochi, that was just an interesting topic, and just kind of going back to the beginnings of how someone with so little who can basically accomplish so much.
Right.
There's so much change in this industry right now. We're trying to do a lot with very little. So
That's true, and I have to say that I'm taking away. It takes teamwork to make the dream work. I
Yep.
thought that was
amazing.
awesome, and it's
Yep.
very simple takeaway. I loved it so much. So you've come to NEOPOST. Now you know me; I don't really understand a lot of this stuff. So why don't you explain it to me, so I'll understand it?
Okay, yeah. So NEOPOST is, people know Pitney Bowes. NEOPOST is a big competitor to Pitney Bowes. So it's funny when I talk to people on planes and they ask me what I do. I basically say, oh, you know who Pitney Bowes is, and they're like, oh yeah. I just stopped trying to tell them it's postage meters because they know Pitney Bowes. So we are a competitor to Pitney Bowes. We are based in France. That's kind of where our history lies. Been around for almost 100 years now, which is great, but we're trying to get a little bit away from that history and our core business of postage meters and folders and inserters, and really break into the software space and understanding customer information and how to best utilize that to communicate with customers better. So we've acquired companies recently in the past few years, like GMC Software, which is very well known, of course. We've acquired Satori Software. We've built some of our own products in the past as well, but we're learning that it's that whole buy versus build. It's better to partner and to outsource that and just stick to our core and train our own reps on how they can better have the conversation with their customers.
Right. Now you're new to this company, but you're not new to this organization or to this event. I've met you here many times, and I see on your pin you're now a part of the board of directors. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So why should a younger person, and you are a younger person, why should they be interested in Explore? What do you think the association has to offer? And tell us a little bit about the same thing about the event, please.
Sure. Yeah. So I've been kind of in the print space ever since high school because I did a vocational. I went to RIT, kind of was in the mix of the whole transition to multi-channel communications and understanding where mobile and web play into that. So I got a little bit involved in trans promo while I was at school, and then when I got at InfoTrends, really started looking at different applications. We have packaging, we have marketing, we have all this stuff, and it fluctuates based on the market. So transactional always stuck out to me because we always need our bills and statements. Somebody's got to get paid somewhere. So the great thing about Explore is that it's one of the few conferences that really focuses on that. And it's been around for years, and people know it really well. It's got a great team of people leading it, and there's a huge opportunity really to get more younger people involved to help kind of scope where this industry should be going.
Right.
There's a lot of vendors that come here on a regular basis. It's a great event for education, just learning what's out there, not even just what each vendor's selling, but really what are the topics that are at issue right now in this industry, compliance or producing documents in different
Data
channels,
security,
siloed, workflows, all this stuff. These are issues that my generation and younger generations are going to start coming into if we're getting involved in these companies and needing to really understand these problems. And we have an opportunity now to help guide the industry as a whole, whether it's, trying to get at the forefront of some of these compliance regulations and laws that are being passed for data. I see Xplore as a great group that could, grow to be that strong voice that, whether it's government or whether it's, just general standards.
You're right, advocacy. I never even thought about that.
It's,
Yep.
we have
It's like
so
Printing
much.
Industries of America has their Washington
Exactly.
office, right?
Yeah,
Great point.
We could be that for so
Right.
many people. I just see a huge opportunity for
Well,
that with
thank
Xplore.
God you're on the board now. You
Yeah.
could lead everybody in that direction. So it's no secret that you were an analyst for a long time. So give us a tip. Give us some sort of tip. What do you think is the next? What's the next here?
I think the next is not as exciting as people want to get to. GMC, of course, is talking about dynamic statements and all the cool things you can see with that. I think, we're at a point where we know what channels are out there. We have all the devices. We have an idea of what we need to push information to. So now it's kind of going back and cleaning up the mess that our workflows have become.
That's true, right?
We have all these different data systems, both legacy and modern. We have all these composition tools, legacy and modern. We've just acquired and kind of been very reactive to building our workflows and acquiring technology. So it's time to kind of pause, make sure everything's working right, and figure out how we can continue to be agile going forward, should there be other devices and channels that we need to be communicating to.
That was fascinating. No, really, it was. You're always a pleasure to talk with. Congratulations on your new position. Thanks again to NEOPOST for sponsoring Mr. Harris. He was awesome. You're awesome. Good luck with everything. Yay, NEOPOST, and talk to you soon.
All right. Thanks, Deb.